What happened to you in Washington, Gilbert?
Which part?
Okay.
The good part or the bad part?
Well, I guess the part that kind of derailed your career a little bit, Gilbert.
It was injury.
Okay.
It was injured. I had 3 surgeries in 14 months.
Okay.
And I was unuseful anymore with a big contract. So therefore, they needed to find any kind of way to get rid of that contract. And that's why it was me pulling the gun on my teammate instead of it being the opposite.
And that's what it was. It was the opposite way around.
I was never near a gun or never touched a gun.
But you did not bring one into your locker room back in the day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you never touched it?
No, never touched it. I get to the gym at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have practice at 11, so I'm there before anyone.
Yes.
So no one was there to see me touch a gun. So I just put it on a chair, told them to pick one.
Okay. Huh. All right. So what would you have told yourself back then that you know right now as the current Gilbert Arenas? What would you have told that person that was getting into an issue with a teammate?
It was okay.
Over what, by the way, before you answer that question?
Over nothing. It's a sports thing. It's like when someone says you're going to do something, I'm going to pull your bluff card. That's just that athlete's mindset. You tell them they can't do something, they're going to do it. So it was one of those things where, my teammate said he was going to do something, and I was like, oh, let me see it. So I'll bring you the guns, and I want to see you, do what you're going to do to me. And that's what that was on my side. So it was more of I'm just pulling his bluff card.
Right.
And it just went south.
Because you think the team wanted to get out of your contract.
Yes. See, a felony would have got out of my contract, which I did plead guilty to. Don't know why. Everything was moving so fast, so I just pleaded guilty to, I thought it was because my lawyer told me that if you plead guilty, you won't have to go to court. So it was one of those things, like everything was just moving so fast, so I was like, all right, guilty, let's just get this thing over with. If I did any jail time, they can get off my contract. So rumor was they were really pissed that I didn't get jail time because they couldn't get off my contract.
I don't mean to laugh, but I mean the way you're describing it.
Like
I
tell people, if you look at what I got suspended for,
yes,
it has no mention of guns, just detrimental to the team.
So what would you tell that Gilbert Arenas back then that you would know now as your current version, Gilbert Arenas?
I mean, the obvious answer to say, oh, don't bring a gun to the locker room, but I can't say I would tell myself that. We had paintball shootings in the locker rooms. People carried guns in the locker room, stored them in the locker room. Like if you did an NBA sweep right now, you'll still find a gun in the locker room.
You would?
Yeah. Especially on a Friday, Saturday night, yes. Because our arenas are downtown, and most people live on the outskirts. So when they go to party, they have their weapons. Instead of going to the club with it, they put it in their locker, and then that's how they travel. So keep it in their car under the arena, which is still part of the arena, so. So a gun charge in the NBA was 3 to 7 games, which I was in the 1 to 3 area, but it was so big that you couldn't suspend me for 1 to 3 games. So I got suspended for detrimental to the team because of the and they said I wasn't mentally stable. And they get to hold that as long as they want.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.